Hello, hello, and welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn. And in this series, we will follow Aloy on her quest to join the Hunter's Lodge and rise up through its ranks. We will also be taking care of the hunting grounds along the way. So, we pick up where we left off in the last episode, and we have just begun to join the Hunter's Lodge, and we now need to speak to Tamara.
When I gave him my trophies, Ussie said you should be spending more time finding Red Maw than helping me.
That bunghead isn't wrong. But there isn't time to find Red Maw right now. You're gonna help with something else.
Oh? And what might that be?
Meet me outside.
So she wants a fight, and we're going to step outside. Not really. We're going to follow Tamara outside, and she is going to introduce us to our first little quest. We have to run several of these little errands, collecting up certain trophies and helping out certain villagers.
You wanna help? Here's someone who needs it. Go ahead, Ilsati.
I live in Lone Light, northeast of here. I barely escaped because Glint Hawks attack anyone who ventures out. We have so few shards. Will you help? We have nowhere else to turn.
Sometimes members receive an honorarium for the hunt. Assis should have accepted this one, but he refused. The price was too low.
How generous.
In the past, I would have gone with Takas to handle this. But what say you and I take it on? I'll meet you at Lone Light.
What about Red Maw?
Are you in or not?
All right. I'll meet you there as soon as I can.
So we need to go to Lone Light and take care of some Glint Hawks. But on the way there, we are going to stop off at the second of the hunting grounds, which is just about here on the map. And we are going to acquire ourselves some Blazing Suns. Now there are 5 of these hunting grounds with a grand total of 15 Blazing Suns available, and if we get all 15 we manage to get ourselves some pretty decent weaponry, minor upgrades on the weapons that we already have.
Oh well.
So here we are, let's talk to the keeper.
You can stay away. I have no quarrel with the Nora.
And I have no quarrel with you. What is this place?
These are hunting grounds, and I'm the keeper. I offer the element trials for those who want to join the Hunter's Lodge. Now you know, so you can be on your way.
Wait, what if I want to have a go at one of these trials?
Then I have to give them to you.
You're not very friendly, are you?
Oh, and the Nora are? Don't you usually kill trespassers and outlanders?
Is that what you're afraid of?
Look, I didn't choose this assignment. They told me it was an honor, then stuck me right near your sacred lands. So I'm keeping to what I know, herds and trials, and hoping I won't get murdered by Nora, angry about the Red Raids.
Just to be clear, I have no plans to murder you, all right?
Fine, but I'm watching you.
What are the trials?
These trials test a hunter's skill with different ammunition types when taking down machines. If you can't master mine in time, maybe you should try one of the easier hunting grounds out in the world.
How many hunting grounds are there?
5 in total. I'm sure one of the others would welcome you. You know what to do, and if not, I can explain it to you. For this trial, shoot the containers on Striders' backs with fire arrows. If you hit them right, you'll get quite a blast. If that's what you want. Now pick a rope so I can time you.
So we have to get down into the hunting ground and win our first trial. You may notice the weather changed quite dramatically. That is mostly because I'm not very good at shooting. Anyone who's watched any of my Hitman videos and seen me using a sniping rifle can attest to this. So I have only taken the successful runs, because I do fail these trials quite often, and I've spliced them in, so we only have the successful runs. Some of these took a whole day in game time, so it will switch from night to day and rain to sun quite often. So what we're going to be doing here basically is I'm looking for the striders, who sort of move around quite slowly. I've just located them. We're going to tag them using our focus so that we can locate them quite easily once we're down in the grounds. We don't actually start the trial until we jump down on a rope. So while we're up here and the timer hasn't started, we're just going to take this time to have a good look around, find out where our targets are, where other machines may be, and once we feel confident enough that we have our targets tagged and everybody located, although there is one strider I couldn't find, we're going to ascend or descend the rope and begin the trial.
Just stay out of the way for now.
So we did actually manage to complete that trial some time ago. Basically, taking out these striders in this way is exactly the same as you would take out the grazers by shooting the blaze canisters on their back, and they explode quite violently, except it's harder to hit the blaze canisters on the striders. So if I don't get lost, I can find my way. We're going to make our way back to the hunting ground keeper, retrieve our blazing sun, and begin the next trial.
Okay, they're heading back.
Now that you have this blazing sun, I think it's time for you to move on. In this trial, you must freeze machines before you take them down. So you'll need ammunition that freezes, and a weapon that can fire it before you can begin.
I'll pass on the trials for now.
Oh, good.
So it turns out that in my grind offline and off a video, I have missed one of the weapons and not realized. So we are unable to take care of the second trial for now.
You still want to take the trials? In this trial, you'll need to stun bellow backs with shock ammo and shoot off the components in their undercarriages. Get going. Good luck with that. Slide down a rope and we can get started.
Now, once again, we don't have the correct weapon for this, which is the third bow. We have 3 different types of bows with all 3 different types of arrows for each. We need the shock arrows and the shock bow, which we don't have, but we do have the precision bow and the tear blast arrows, and they will do the job just nicely. So this time round we need to attack the fireback and shoot canisters off its well guarded belly. So that was a nice and easy one. Those tear blast arrows are extremely effective for tearing things off. I use them quite often, especially for disarming the larger and more deadlier machines.
You want a blazing sun on your first try. That's admirable.
I'll take my leave.
You can always come back, but please don't.
Well, I'm afraid we're going to have to disappoint him. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to run off very, very quickly and acquire ourselves the bow and arrows that we require before returning.
Hoped I wouldn't see you again. All right, let's do the trials. If you can freeze enough machines and take them down, I'll consider it a pass. Got it. Slide down a rope so I can start timing.
So we have another easy one here. So all we've got to do is freeze the machines with the freeze arrows before we kill them. And because we have the precision bow, killing them is relatively easy. And all we've got to do is freeze
Prove
them.
myself in these trials. I should do it fair and square. Here they out already. Not available. I'm not out of ideas.
So with that annoying freeze bellow back out of our way, we can now safely make it back to the hunting grounds keeper. I'm sure they've got a better name, but I just keep calling them the keepers. We can make our way up here and retrieve our blazing sun, which will put us at, I believe, a grand total now of 6, because we covered the first hunting ground in episode 1.
Don't you look smug. Here's your blazing sun.
I'll pass on the trials for now.
Oh, good.
So with our blazing suns acquired, we're going to drop a quick save here and continue on to our quest to rid a village of glint hawks. And we need to make our way towards Lone Light, which is just up ahead of us a little way. So we're going to make our way there. We're going to take out some glint hawks and once again speak to our hawk, or our sponsor. Just checking these people are friendly. And away we go. So glint hooks are annoying, but easy enough to take down if you have the right weaponry. And the right weaponry in this case will either be the rope caster, so you can tie them down so they can't fly around, or the easier option, if you have the ability to load 3 arrows into your bow at once, it makes taking down glint hooks very easy.
About time you showed up. More glint hawks incoming. Gotta follow up. More coming.
So that was easy enough. Only one of them even managed to get a hit in on me. So we're just going to go around and collect up a few resources. Always my default actions, because we do tend to use up a lot and we have to craft our own arrows. So once we have a few resources collected, we're going to go and speak to our sponsor, who is just off to our right, and see what's next.
That seems to have taken care of them.
But more always come. The soldiers at Morning's Watch don't even bother to fight them anymore.
Seems like they're coming from upriver. I could track them back to the source, but if more come here...
I'll watch the village. You go ahead.
I thought you wanted to do this together.
You don't need me to hold your hand.
So we need to find out where these glint hawks are coming from, and it turns out they're coming from just over there. So we're going to go and investigate, and if necessary wipe out a load more machines, destroy the nest, and move on. It turns out I happen to already know what is going to happen, and it turns out this is it. All these corpses are drawing them in. So let's find out why all these corpses are here. There must be a reason. Most of these corpses can't be looted. So we have some tracks here. We're going to follow them. They're obviously made by humans. Oh, something to collect. We'll have that. Thank you. So the cause is not other machines. The cause will be human, as always. So let's follow these tracks to where they lead, and we can then find out who these people are, what they're up to, and intimidate them into leaving. So I'm just going to go around and collect up all of these crates. I usually ignore the crates, but today I am low on resources and need every shard I can get my hands on. So just up here now and around the corner, not that corner, this corner, and we will acquire ourselves a few answers, hopefully.
These must be the Snapmaw hunters. I'm here on behalf of the nearby village. Seems your kill zone is creating a Glinthawk problem for them.
Yeah, well, they're not the only people with problems. If we don't get enough Snapmaw hearts to pay off a loan, we lose everything.
I don't follow.
I borrowed shards to buy seeds. The harvest went bust, and now they're coming for the debt. We could lose the farm, our home.
I'm sorry about that, but Glinthawks are attacking people because of what you're doing here.
Not my problem. None of us are leaving until I get What I came for.
None of us.
You didn't think it was just us two, did you?
No one wins if we fight. Surely we can reach a compromise somewhere short of death?
We've been harvesting snapmaw hearts for days. I only need one more, and then I can settle my debt and save our home.
If I get the last heart, do you promise to stay away?
It's a good deal. Yabasha took a hard hit with that last one.
Okay, fine. We need the shards.
I'll do this for you once, and once only. Stay here till I get back.
So it turns out we have a couple of hunters here, or a group of hunters, and they require a snapmaw heart before they will leave. And it turns out there is a couple of snapmaws just down this ridge here, and there they are right at the very bottom. You can just about make them out, and they're down in the river. And again, like the glint hooks, if we use the triple fire arrow method on them, they will not be a problem. Although we do have to dodge their attacks because it takes a while for them to die. So once we have a snapmaw heart, we can move the hunters on and return to Tamara for our next challenge.
Sorry to spoil your fun. Glad I found this. I'd have to ditch something.
So we have a snapmaw heart, and we're going to make our way back to the group of hunters, hand it over, and they will then wander off into the wilderness. Or they won't, and we'll have to kill everybody. Let's hope they wander off into the wilderness. It was a good deal. They get to sit on their asses while I go and fight the monsters.
There, the heart you need. Now what about your promise?
A deal's a deal. And now I can pay off my debt. We won't be back.
Good. Keep it that way.
Aloy. Congratulations are in order. I wanted to make sure you could handle yourself.
You were watching the whole time?
Of course. Tarkus, may the sunlight is passing, taught me many things. First of which was, a hawk never abandons their thrush.
Wait. Are you saying...
I'd like to sponsor you for membership. What do you say to hunting machines, winning trophies, and unseating Assis?
I'm in. I'll meet you back at the lodge as soon as I'm able.
So we have successfully been sponsored. We'll leave the story there for now, and we will pick it up again in the next episode. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.